Hey guys, this is Raghu Reddy here, and welcome to the show. On this episode, I have a very special guest, and his name is Perez. Cliff, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Raghu. It's nice to have me here in your show.
Well, that's fantastic, and thanks for coming on the show. So, Cliff, where are you located?
Well, I'm located in Manila, Philippines.
Wow, that's awesome. So Cliff, what do you do?
I'm actually juggling a handful of things right now. But currently, I am a management consultant for businesses or business owners who want to start up their business here in the Philippines, especially for BPO or contact centers. And I'm also handling a group of financial advisors for the leading insurance brand, which is AXA.
Wow, that's really wonderful to hear. So, since how long have you been doing this awesome job?
With AXA, I've been with them for more than 3 years now. Well, the story of that was really like unassuming, or I would say unexpected. But as a consultant, I've been a consultant for almost 10 years now.
Wow, that's fantastic, fantastic. So, what made you come into this field of financial advising?
It's quite funny because I had my first insurance policy when I was 23. So that was like more than 10 years ago. But I didn't really see myself doing this. My first stint at work was with the BPO industry, or business process outsourcing. I started from the ranks and eventually, got promoted, and I left the industry managing two startup companies, right? One is actually an IT consulting firm in Brisbane, and the other one is a service apartment in London, all right? And then after my stint for 12 years, the money that I have saved, I used it to open a pop-up restaurant. We're actually selling raclette cheese. So these are the cheese wheels that you heat up and then you scrape on prosciutto, potato, or what have you. So it's been there for like a couple of months, 3 months, and I got break even. So I was really telling myself, this is what I'm made of, right? I can just like stay at home, retire probably, and just keep the business, going. But on my fourth month doing that, someone from AXA Human Resources called me. And then they said that they're looking for managers from different industries, right? I guess they actually not really stalked me, but they actually looked into my LinkedIn profile, and that person actually still with AXA, telling me that, yeah, I saw your profile and I think there's something in you that might be worthwhile if you would be one of our managers here in AXA. And the rest was history. I was not really expecting that I'll be doing it, but yeah, here I am still doing it.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. So, how has your journey been for the last 3 years?
Well, I wouldn't really say a roller coaster ride, but I would say it's really fulfilling. On my first year, I was able to travel a lot because of the incentives that I get from AXA. So I've been to Boracay, I've been to Cambodia, Bangkok. The last one was Osaka, right, in Japan. So it's not just the travels that I enjoyed a lot, but meeting new people. All right. When I was in the BPO industry, I was kind of, confined to the people who like work late at night, drink a lot of coffee, lots of vices like smoking and what have you. But yeah, here I get to go out and meet people who owns businesses, people who really needs coverage for their family, people who really wants to know more how they can save, invest, and use it for the future. So basically, the whole journey was quite a story, and something that I will never forget. Actually, I remember myself telling one of the trainers when I first joined AXA that this is my last stop. Even if I do other things, I wouldn't let go of AXA, or I wouldn't let go of the insurance industry, because it's not just a profession, it's actually a vocation.
Hmm. Wow, that's really fantastic, fantastic. So, initially, when you came in, I'm sure that being a new field, you would have faced a lot of challenges and struggles. So, the question is, how did you overcome the struggle?
When I struggle, I eat. Or actually, just recently, this past few months, right? Because we're in quarantine, yeah, I tend to eat a lot. I actually put up a lot of weight. So when I joined AXA, I was like 210, 215 pounds. But I really enjoyed AXA. So in a matter of like a year and a half, I was able to lose it to down to 160. Now I'm back to, in just 5 months, I'm back to 200 pounds again. But yeah, let me just use eat, right? Just the play of words. I will use it as an acronym. When I face struggles or challenges, I eat them. E meaning I exfoliate. Well, that's a very nice word. From its Latin root, it means you have to take away the leaves, right? You exfoliate. Because sometimes when you're faced with struggles or challenges, they're covered with something else, right? Like, oh, this would be hard because it would be harder for me to close this client. Or, oh, because of this new product, I wouldn't be able to sell this much, right, to a certain group of people. But if you take away those leaves and uncover what the real problem is or the real challenge is, you start estimating, evaluating. Those are still E's, right? So you exfoliate, evaluate, estimate. Evaluate meaning you have to draw out value from that thing. Even if it's negative, you have to draw value out from it. So it would become positive. Now, lastly, you have to estimate, right? You have to estimate up until when this challenge would impact your business. So that's how I do it. Now, once you were able to take out something from it, like something of value, you start acting on it. That's letter A, right? So action. They say that the thin line that separates failure to success is action. Because if you will do nothing, if you won't act, for sure you would fail, right? But if you would act, even if you don't succeed yet, then you're closer to it, right? And then act again until you get to what makes you successful. And lastly, letter T. Once you start acting, you have to thrive. You have to flourish. You have to develop continuously, right? You should never stop. Now, they often say you don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you are done, right? So basically, these are principles that I follow. Even when I'm faced with challenges, I always think to myself that if there's a difficulty that is in front of me, I should have 10 ways to find opportunity from that difficulty. So that's how I look at things. I'm not really that really positive person, right? Sometimes I get to, the negative side more often. But then again, through this process, right, I always come out victorious over these challenges. Well, I'm not really saying that in everything that I do, I am successful, but I would say that in everything that comes to my way, I find a way to be able to get around it and eventually turn out to be victorious.
Well, that's so wonderful to hear. And interestingly, you pointed out that you are less of a positive and more of a negative kind of a perspective look at things. And so that brings us to this question of so what's your driving force that keeps you going forward?
Well, when you say driving force, that is something that really moves you, right? It's like a machine that keeps on, working. And even if you don't want to do it, you'll get up and do it, right? So I guess that is my passion to inspire people, all right? Well, actually, when I am asked what is my biggest why am I doing AXA, why I'm doing insurance, why do I sell insurance to people? My biggest why is not actually my family, because that's a given. You have to work hard for your family. But my biggest why is I don't want to go back to the 8 to 5 hour job, right? I don't want to go back to that kind of job wherein I am confined again and there's not enough room for me to explore and to be able to reach out and help other people. When you ask me what's my driving force, I want to inspire people. I want to let them know that there's more to life than having that, the kind of structure in your workplace, and not that negative kind of structure, but that kind of structure wherein you can't get out. It's like shackles that's, limiting you to do more. Because a lot of people would really go up the ladder of success in the corporate industry or in the corporate setting. But at the end of the day, if you look at their finances, if you look at what they have been or where they have been or what they have become, a lot of them are regretting a lot of things. So it's sad to hear this kind of stories, to see people like this. because there's more to life than that. And AXA actually gave me that opportunity. When I was still working in a BPO, I'm a senior manager for operations. I help a lot of people, right? But that is just confined to what I'm doing, right? Service apartment in London, these people holidaying in London, you get to help them. A nice place to stay, and that's it. Maybe an after service, they come back and that's it. But in this industry, I was able to do financial work, right? I help people manage their finances, budget their money, but I also do a lot of other things. I'm a consultant. I help people start up their business here in the Philippines. I'm also selling, food, seafood. I'm also selling other stuff online. So I get to help people in a direct way, right? And that is something for me that drives me, right? I shouldn't stop, because if I stop, then my passion to inspire people would stop also. And I want to be able to post something in the society that, all right, because this guy is doing this and is really passionate about it, then I'm inspired now to follow his footsteps and probably do the same thing, right? Even if it's in another industry. It could be in the music industry, it could be in the movie industry, but yeah, I just want to be someone that they look up to, and they can tell themselves, all right, it's possible, because this guy doesn't have any idea what insurance is, but he did that in 3 years' time. He was able to do a lot of things and help a lot of people.
Wow, that's fantastic. Fantastic to hear that. So, Cliff, what is your vision for the future?
My vision is actually very simple. All right. Right now, I have like a dozen of financial advisors. I just want them to pass it on to maybe a friend, a relative, a family member, and be able to grow this team, right? Not for me to become, a senior manager or maybe a branch even, but for me to be able to reach out to more Filipinos, all right? That's my vision. Actually, the team name that I have is Future Perfect. And you would see that here. My team name is Future Perfect. And basically that's speaking about, you have to do something now so that by doing it now, you would be able to complete a goal sometime in the future. Well, if you would go back to the grammar, the tenses of the verbs, right? Past, future, past, present, future. Future perfect tense actually speaks about something or an action being done now that will be completed sometime in the future. Like, I would have bought that car, I would have bought that house, and that's basically what we want to do for our clients. Being future perfect or leading a future perfect life. All right, if you want to have a house, if you want to get out of debt, we have to start now. You have to do something now. And then eventually, you'll be able to overcome this challenge. You'll be able to reach that goal that you want. And that's my vision. For every Filipino to get an insurance policy probably, or maybe do something or follow something, a step that they can use that eventually would lead them closer to their goals or closer to their dreams.
Wow, that's really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, what would be your advice to a newcomer to the field?
All right. When I get to speaking engagements, no, when I'm invited to speak to like a newcomers or like aspirants for financial advisors, I always give them these parting words. I am a seminarian, all right? So my major in college is philosophy, classical philosophy. I really love the Greek philosophers, right? And one Greek philosopher, Heraclitus, he said that you cannot step on the same river twice. And I'm not sure if that's really familiar to a lot of people, but that means a lot, right? You cannot step on the same river twice. This is an opportunity that we are giving you already, right? And you have in mind if you would do this or not do this, right? That's the only option. Do it or not do it. But if I say you cannot step on the same river twice, this is AXA right now. This is what we are doing right now. We are actually changing the world. Now, if you will not do it at this very moment and come back maybe after 3 months, after 5 months, then it would be a very different AXA already. Probably not fitting for you or you not fitting for us anymore. So that's my advice to them. If you are presented something that you're not really sure about, then if you have 50% of you saying that, yes, I can do it, and 50% saying that, oh, I might fail, just do it, and then uncover, while you are at it, uncover all the possibilities that may help you to be successful in that field. Because when I started doing AXA, more than half of me saying no, because I already have a business, I'm break even, I'm earning money, I'm just, sleeping probably 2 a.m., waking up at 12 noon, having my brunch. And a lot of people would say that's life already. But when AXA came, more than half of me saying no, but a little part of me saying maybe it's worth a try. So okay, let's try it. 3 months, and then past 3 months, 6 months. Okay, I'll give it 6 months. And then after 1 year, I'm still here. And then I said, all right, this is really life-changing. I've proven myself already. So this is worth it. Now I have to act and help more people for them to realize that they can do it also.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. So if someone wants your services or want to join your team, how they can get in touch with you?
Oh, right. I have a Facebook page. It's at AXA Future Perfect, right? So AXA Future Perfect. They can also email me at cperez.axa at gmail.com. Well, yeah, I'm open to anyone who wanted to maybe just connect, all right? Not really, probably a lot of them would want to know more about what I do, right? Not necessarily wanting to be part of my team, but that's okay. I have a lot of people who are connecting with me even in LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn, all right? That's cperez at ymail.com. You can just, send me a message, ask me anything. A lot of my connections in LinkedIn are just asking about a lot of business matters. And some of them I mentor. Like one person in Wichita is actually wanting to outsource their business in the Philippines. So I just give them tips, and it's for free. Well, I still believe in the goodness of the heart that, well, even in this moment in time, a lot of things are not for free anymore, or probably nothing is for free anymore. But yeah, these simple tips that you can give your fellow LinkedIn, subscriber, FB subscriber could actually be worth their time, worth their effort to reach out. Because I think it's more of, giving them something that would benefit not just me in the future, but probably the people that they would help in the future. So yeah, it's okay to give something for free. I guess it's something that should be out there.
Well, that's fantastic, fantastic. So, Cliff, it was really wonderful having this conversation with you, learning about your story and your journey for the last 3 years and how you're making such a big impact and a difference in a lot of people's lives. So, I wish you all the very best for your future. Not only to grow yourself and make a bigger impact, but also to grow your team bigger, make it excellent, and reach out to more people and make a bigger difference in a lot more people's lives.
Well, thank you very much, Raghu. It's an honor to be in your show. I hope that, I would be able to continually inspire more people and be able to help out, to be able to be of help to more Filipinos out there.
Well, wonderful, Cliff, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much, Raghu.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.